Hey, good morning. This old man and his lovely Mirage ghosting along in a very, very slight northeasterly breeze. Oh, let's see, it's the 26th of January, I think, 26. I just spent the night in this nice little cove just south of the Shands Bridge in Green Cove Springs. First chance I've had to spend the night aboard. Slept like a rock, man. I'm telling you, I haven't slept that good in a long time. And if I haven't said it before, I love this boat. I just love this boat. Miss Mira Mirage. I love her, man. Every time I work on it and come down to it and work on it some more, I fall more and more in love with her. And sailing down here yesterday was one of the best sails I've had ever. I mean, literally. It was almost like nor'easter conditions. It was a good 15, steady 15, gusting 20 to 25 at times. Put a reef in the main, flew the working jib, and just barreled along, you know. Easy 5 knots, pushing 6 sometimes. And that was over ground according to the GPS. I don't know what through the water was. I think I had a little current against me actually, so the 6 might have been a fluke every now and then when I was going cross current or something like that. But it just, man, really good boat. Points out the need for some more safety stuff for sure. When I get ready to go offshore, a tether. I mean, it would be stupid not to have a tether. A tether with a life jacket, and just, you know, all the good stuff you really want to have if you're going off the coast. This is the river. This is St. Johns River, Jacksonville, Florida. So, you know, worst come to worst, you can swim to shore if you had to. You're not going to catch the boat, of course, but you could definitely swim to shore, even as cold as the water is. I'm really a fairly decent swimmer. I'm pretty confident in my skills there. I am a rescue diver, so I've been through that training. Jenna was kind of luffing around up there. I don't know if you can hear the sound effects or not, but so I had to do a lot of swimming, and I'm a good diver. Been diving all my life, ever since I was a young teen with my father, who owned a scuba shop in Orlando, and called Bob's Scuba Doo. That was a great name, man. That was a good times too. So I'm so comfortable in the water, you know. I'm a fish. I am a Pisces, so I am a fish. You know, I am a fish. So anyways, I know I said I was not going to make another video till I got the hatches in, but I haven't had a chance to put the hatches in because the weather just hadn't cooperated. When I pull the old ones, I'm going to have to fill the holes with epoxy and re-drill for the new ones. And I really wanted a good weather window. And man, it's been a cold winter here in Northeast Florida. I know it's nothing compared to what you people deal with up north and other places, but for a Florida boy, it was some cold stuff, and I don't like it. The older I get, the less I like the cold. I'm telling you what, I understand why old people always bundle up in blankets and all that, because I just don't seem to tolerate it as well. Same thing diving in the springs, man. I know when I was a kid, I would jump in the springs just in a bathing suit, and it was cold, but you just, you know, it didn't bother you. But now I got a 7mm wetsuit that I jump in with, and I'm toasty in that. So I don't like the cold. That's why I want to go to the South Pacific. Really want to go to the South Pacific because, well, mostly because it's the journey, you know, it's the dream, but also because it's warm down there, and I like warm. Anywhere where it's warm. Put me in the tropics, man. I'd retire to Key West, or not Key West, possibly, but I would definitely retire to the Keys if I had the means, which I do not, but possibly I can live there for extended periods of time on Miss Mirage here, because she is an awesome boat. Just an awesome boat. what have I done? I did take out some of the old stuff. I've got the old broken refrigerator out, refrigeration unit. I took out the old stove. It was propane, and I'll probably still have propane because they had a good setup for a nice tank, a 10-pound tank on the stern rail here, and probably saw that in some of the earlier pictures. I've removed it for now and just kind of continuing to clean the boat up and take things off in preparation for everything else I can do. But I'll change course just a little here. I'm sold on autopilots. I'm a lazy person. Just like when I'm driving in a car, I always use cruise control, but we're gonna come 10 degrees and line up for the bridge here. Got to go back under the Shands. But the stove was really funky. It was propane. A line led all the way from back, of course, up to the stove. But what he had was this old 2-burner with a broiler. And the PPO, the previous owner, had, I believe, made this modification and had it set up with an old GM window from a car, from a truck or something, you know, automatic windows. I'm losing my marbles here, but anyways, to where you flip a switch and it was actually the actuator switch from a car door, and it would raise it up and lower it down. It was extremely noisy, just like old, you know, car window actuators are, the mechanism. And the thought of it down there, moving that hose up and down while you're using an electric switch, scared the crap out of me. Scared the stew out of me, sorry. I did not like that. So I took it out. I've just got a old camp stove, a butane. Very convenient. It's only a 1-burner, so some of my meals might suffer. But eventually, I'm probably going to go with an Origo alcohol stove. Read a lot of pros and cons. I've never had an alcohol stove. We used a 2-burner propane camp stove back when we lived aboard. And I've always used little camp stoves, but I want something permanent, of course. And I think I'm just going to stay away from propane down below. I'm going to have a grill on the stern, and that's where I hope to do most of my cooking anyhow, because I love to grill. I'm a grill man. And I like propane. Don't like charcoal as much. I'm just good with propane. Charcoal is always finicky to me, but I love a good propane grill. And I hope to have a lot of fish one day to grill out with. So that's what's been going on. This is my second sale. I did get one sale in just before the Christmas holiday with the family. My wife and son came along, and I kind of wanted to do it by myself, but that seemed a little selfish, you know. But and I know I am kind of a selfish person, but you know, I try not to be overtly, you know, self-centered if I can help it. You know, just not what I want to be as a person. But man, can you hear the water gurgling past the hull? I don't know if you can hear it or not. Such a peaceful sound. I love a quiet morning sail. There's just nothing like it. There's nothing like it. It's so nice. Got a good set. What are we doing here? We're doing 3.3 over the ground, and I know the current's probably with me a little bit because I'm going back down the river, which technically is up on the St. Johns. It's one of the few rivers in the country that flows north. But St. John's just a great place. It's big enough to get some good choppy stuff like yesterday with that nor'easter. And that was probably some of the breeziest, choppiest conditions I've ever sailed in out here, even though I've done this quite a bit. I mean, I've been sailing on this river for 20 years, basically. 20 plus. Yeah, like 25 years. Every time I've had a sailboat, of course, that's where it's been. But you can get some good, you know, testing stuff out. You know, doing the reefing was interesting. Lost my Genoa sail bag as I was trying to put it away and shift down to the working jib. It just blew right out of my hands, and I did try three times, there you go, 3 times to retrieve it with the boat hook, and just I'd snag it and it'd slip off, snag it and slip off, and finally it sunk and I couldn't see it anymore. I was trying again, but I should have twisted a little more. But anyways, it was that was another good experience, you know. one hand for you, one hand for the ship and all that stuff. But definitely want to do a lot more of that, going out in adverse conditions over the years, that before I actually get a chance to set out here. Let's see, I don't think I've really done a whole lot else. I do know, I believe the starting battery's no good. I need to replace that. Doesn't seem to hold a charge. I do have the new diesel, the rebuilt diesel, coming in a few more weeks, and I think what I'm going to do is set it up on a pallet and just leave it at the house there until I'm ready to swap out. I may just keep it for a few years, hook it all up. I need to learn it, but I'm not in any great rush to swap out. You know, I want to learn a lot more about them. I'm fairly mechanically minded, but I've never disassembled or I've never taken an engine out and put one back in, that's for sure. But I feel pretty confident in my ability to do that. Yeah, other than that, I haven't had a whole lot going on, but I couldn't resist this opportunity to do a little video under sail like this. Before I go, I'll walk it around the boat and let you see a few things. But man, you just can't beat this right here. You just can't beat it. It's the bomb, baby. Nice, huh? Here we are. Get a shot of the Genoa if I can. And I can't. But just a beautiful day sailing. Might be a little cloudy, but it's all good. So yeah, I got one video on the YouTuber now, and work on learning how to edit and all that good stuff. I made a comment that I promise they'll get better, and they will. So for now, it's old man and his Mirage. Bon voyage. Au revoir, as they say. Talk to you later.